Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again, and today I have for y'all a bit of news, really. First and foremost, I have to announce that the second winner of the 500 subscriber giveaway, Mr. Keith Dean, who won the awesome Dino pick set and extractor set, I have not received an email from Mr. Keith, and I need to get your information and everything so that I can get it off to you. If I don't hear from you, let's say, we'll give it 2 days. We'll say in 2 more days, so by Monday, over the weekend, then it would be time to draw another name, and I will do a whole video on that separately. But to carry on, I didn't want to include anyone's particular lock in with this video, as it is more of an announcement video. So I wanted to show what I kind of worked on. I got these little brass rods on the cheap. This whole thing here was $1, and I think they're great because I can stick a tip of it in my drill and then thread the whole thing. And it's cheaper than buying screws. And you can honestly do whatever you want to with it. Here, let me show you what a couple of them I did. Some pretty cool work too. And then you can cut them off at any point and use them for whatever. Like this one is just a solid threaded. But those threads, come on, focus. Oh, you see the hand? There you go. I think it's better when I zoom to it. Yeah, there we go. See? And those threads on there are super sharp. So that worked out good too. And then just to show you can do pretty much anything you want to with it. In any point, and then cut it off where you want it, and then you get a whole bunch of them. So that's something I kind of found. I found them on eBay. I think they were $1, and oh gracious, I think it worked out with their 99-cent shipping is what it was. It worked out to like $2. Really nothing for what you get there. And you can go buy a little packet of screws, brass screws at Walmart or at the hardware store. But you got to cut off the heads. You have to cut off the tips unless you want to use the tips. And, if you want the tips, then that's fine. I found that these things work great because they're very versatile. Anyhow, with that, of course, we want to try and get a pick in. And I've been playing around with these Peaks. And I pinned this one up. I do not have a key for it, as I do not know what the keyway is. Let's see if we can kind of zoom in on it. If anybody knows what keyway that is, I'd love to get a blank, but I have no clue what keyway it is, as Peaks made so many different keys. Anyhow. With that, we're going to see if we can just get it picked open. And it's a stock lock, so there's nothing too special about it. But Peaks can have spools and mess around with you, if you will. Let's see if a standard gem can fit. Because you're going to work off that ledge anyhow. Kind of drags. I don't like that. Let's try the 18. Oh yeah, that's much better. Alright, we'll try it. And the 50,000 should fit right in tip. We just got to get it past the... There we go. Now it's a nice tight fit. And we have to be careful that it doesn't mess with that check pin that's right up there too. If so, then we need to try and use bottom of the keyway tension. I'm not thinking it's messing with it though. Nah, it touches it still. So okay, we'll go to the back and we'll just feel around for the binder. As it's a pretty standardized thing. that you're going to get some pins that bind and some that don't when you hit that sweet spot of tension. I don't like to hold too much tension and make them really pop. Now, as you see, we dropped into a false set there. So let's go and see if we got a spool. And a spool's going to tell you right off because it's going to have that counter rotation when you touch it. But I'm thinking it may just be that check pin. Let's see. Pardon me. I'm going to try and swap off to bottom of the keyway tension, if I can. Pull this one out. Ah! Yeah, I put that one in too tight. Alright, we'll just start that over. It wasn't too bad. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we're just going to go in and find that binder again. Give him a little click. And you notice you're getting a lot of clicks off of them pins, so it tells you it might be serrated even, but usually you're just going to find spools. And you keep hearing a lot of droppage because the tolerances in these aren't half bad. They're really good, actually. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and pull it back and start the whole thing again from the back. And I want to find that sweet spot in tension where they don't all bind, but some do. And there we dropped into a false set again. Little check pin there. Nope. Alright, so we're going to go through and we're going to see if we can find that spool. That was a tiny little, well, it sounded a lot louder, but it was a tiny little movement. Got some false set again. Got a lot of jumpage, which makes it a really fun lock. Okay, I'm getting to them all set, and my extra light too, just in time. I'm not getting underneath that last one. Let's see if the Sparrow's Lunatic will reach it back there. It's a little tighter because it's 25 thousandths. Every pin's feeling set, which is kind of odd. Okay, we'll go back to the gem and see if we can find it. It's got to be a spool. Because nothing else is holding it up. There it was. Yep. And it's just a method of, searching it out. Sorry, it took me a little longer than normal, but, going through it and explaining it at the same time, Everybody's got to have their excuses. Like I said, I do not have a key to this, so let's make sure not to lock it back up, right? And let's get this back off of it. I just don't want it to turn while I'm doing it. And that's exactly what it's doing. There we go. Pop that off. Pull out the spring. Drop the spring. Okay, I'm going to rotate it to there, I think. Pins it towards me. What the heck happened? It's acting like this one's too big. Yep. Looks like we're gonna have to find a better follower. But this one. There we go. Alright, we get our 6th pin with the 7th check pin there. Let's go ahead and zoom in a touch to it. This is the check pin, and it is a very slight inset there. So it doesn't, it's like right on the shear line, but it's not. And it's under spring tension, so it stays as a blocker. Then we get the high cut and the low, medium, high, medium to low, medium, and a low cut in the back. So let's dump them out. I bet, no, they are not all. Okay. I did repin these. Haha. Okay, that's the check pin. I have a master wafer as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I have not done anything to the core, so it's all, clean. Up top side, let's get into it here. And we have a spool, or a serrated spool. Whoa! A jumping spool to go with that wafer. And they all have the same springs as a standard. And another spool. And another spool. Get down in there. Another little master wafer. I'll grab it in a second. And the last one was a standard. Nice long one there. We did have a couple different springs, so I do apologize there. These are master wafered quite often. As you can see, a couple of them did have them. But let's and there's nothing done to the top. Let's zoom in and give you a look at these pins, because they are really cool. We'll do 3 at a time. And the first one here is a T-pin key pin. And that is the check pin. As it sits down in there, it only allows this little tip to protrude. And that's what allows it to work with it. And then up top, it has a like a serrated hook, or a type of spool, or serrated spool. And then on the bottom here we have a spooled key pin and a spooled top, another spooled key pin and a standard top, another spooled key pin and a spool, a standard key pin, and a spool. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't scoot y'all down with me. There we go. This is the other key pin spool with a spool on top. A spool on top and a standard. And a, like a T-pin. No, I'm sorry. This is a standard bottom and a spool top. Standard bottom and a standard top on the end here. Alright. I really do appreciate y'all joining me on that. And like I said before, I need to hear from Mr. Keith Dean. If you want the Dino kit, you need to contact me. And if not by Monday, then I will make another drawing. And we'll give it to somebody else. And I thank y'all so very, very much. Y'all please stay safe and always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Till we meet again, peace.